being non-monogamous with my live stream. I am live streaming from YouTube here and TikTok here. So I am giving the same video content to both, but TikTok's getting a little bit of a different angle. So I was just kind of bored killing some time, and I get so many questions about swinging and some of the basics that just people don't even know, like what is swinging? You know what I'm saying? How can you be a swinger? How do you join a club? Things like that. And I just figured, you know what, I'm just going to shoot the shit with you guys, and I'm going to answer any questions I can see that that come up that I can read on my screens. But otherwise, I'm just going to spitball and go through what I know about swinging for you. So I do have bruises on my knees, and just so you know, those are good girl bruises, and so I'm kind of proud of them, but I'm still going to cover them up with my dress, okay? Anyways, so swinging. How can you be a swinger? When I was brand new to the scene, I thought swingers were couples. I thought you had to be a husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, that kind of thing. And then you would go and swap with other couples or get a single woman unicorn and have a threesome. That's what I thought the extent of swinging was. You know, there was always those crazy people back in the day that like had these crazy sex parties and things, but I didn't actually know that that was swinging. I just thought that was like orgies, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, it was only when I was kind of like trying to get into the lifestyle and I was like looking for a boyfriend that wanted to do this. And I did have boyfriends throughout the years that did want to become, they wanted to have threesomes with me, and we looked very hard for our own unicorn, and we never ever had one, not with him. And that goes to show how hard it is to get a unicorn. So I never kind of got my feet wet. And so I ended up in the lifestyle because I was so impatient. I decided to just go as a single girl to a sex club and be like on threesome night and be like, okay, am I ready? Is this happening or not? And so it was then that I realized that, okay, I can be the single woman in the lifestyle. I don't have to wait for a partner to come and be a swinger. And that's when I started to notice that there's lots of single people swingers, lots. Like honestly, I think that like that's like my peeps for the most part. Like there's a few couples that I socialize with, of course, and I always like I like couples, but to be honest, like singles are so much more versatile. You can put like male, female, female. You need another female, add a female. Like you don't need to worry about like, oh, what are the rules and things like that, because couples have their own swinging dynamic versus singles. So yes, you can be a swinger as a single person, as a single guy, as a single girl, as a single trans person, however you identify. You are welcome in this community as long as you are non-judgmental, accepting, just like everybody will be for you. So that is the first one there. Yes, you can be a swinger as a single person. Yes, you can do it alone. It sucks if you don't want to do it alone, but you have to decide, how badly do you want to have a sex positive lifestyle? How badly do you want to go to a place where you see dick amongst you? You know what I'm saying? Because I love those environments. That's Oasis Aqua Lounge for me. I go there and I feel so comfortable with all of my friends who are all like naked in the pool. And, you know, sometimes people are getting like eaten out in the pool, things like that. It's like so fun to watch. These are my peeps. This is my tribe, okay? So that's just, I'm just so glad I didn't wait any longer to go because I didn't have anyone to go with me. So lesson number one, if you want to be in the sex positive lifestyle, if you want to go to a sex club, I understand no one wants to go alone, but I'm going to give you a little bit of tough love. Suck it up, buttercup. You got to go alone if you want to be a swinger. So that's my number one. So that's the first thing. I think that when you get into the swinger lifestyle, there's a lot of different dynamics that are open to you. There is the couple dynamic in a swinger. So you can come in as a couple who are looking for a variety of things. Sometimes you're just looking for a woman. Sometimes you're looking for a couple to have like a foursome, or a couple to have a swap. So basically the partner swap partners. And then there's all sorts of nuance. So it's like, okay, well, if you swap, do you full swap or do you soft swap? Full swap means penetration. It means dick in, you know, hole. So if a lot of couples, when they're new to the scene, they like to put a lot of boundaries and rules in place for their dynamic in order to feel safe swinging. And these are the couples that sometimes enter the lifestyle in a soft swap because they don't want penetration with another person. I'm not going to lie, and this might be a little harsh. No one wants to fuck people like that. No one wants to fuck people who are like, don't kiss on the mouth and he can't come in your mouth. And no. I'm never going to join a scene with a couple if they've got all this red tape. Your P and your D are not that glorious for me to have to jump through hoops, frankly. So I just think some of the things that I think couples get wrong is that they think that they can join the lifestyle and carve out this very, very narrow space for somebody to join. And they expect somebody who's going to want to join that. I think there is room for soft swap couples. I just think that they're better matched with other soft swap couples, and they should just not try to intermix fully in all of the other stuff, because I'm not gonna lie, and I am always, as much as I try to be polite in situations, there was one time when I was like talking to a couple at Oasis in the pool, and they were so cute and I liked both of them and I was getting good eye contact from both of them. And then like I was like gonna play with them, right? And then they told me that, oh, they only do girl play, meaning soft swap, no penetration. Basically, he's just gonna sit over there and jerk off while I'm doing this. You know, I passed, and I passed quickly. So I just think some of the biggest mistakes that couples make when they come into this lifestyle is they think that putting up all this artificial red tape is going to protect them. And maybe it does emotionally, but you're not going to have very much success finding somebody who wants to play in your red tape playground. Sorry. Anyways, that's the difference between full swap and soft swap. Okay, I'm totally messing up my words. I only do full swap because I don't like rules, and I don't like people who are uptight about sex, frankly. And I don't want to be told I'm not allowed to do something. Like, for example, this is a real story. I had a guy who basically met up with a friend of mine and he was a bull. He was going to be a bull for their couple, meaning he's the male version of a unicorn. There's many names. Bull is one of them. And when they got there and they were like flirting and everything, he basically admitted that he wasn't allowed by his partner to have penetration. So he was only allowed to like get his D sucked. And I don't know about you guys, but that's the last thing I want to hear is that I'm only allowed to suck your dick. Like, all right, that's really something I could get on like any street corner. Like, this is really a waste of my time. So anyways, that actually happened to a friend of mine. I felt terrible because I actually recommended the guy, but I don't ever want to play with somebody who's got a very short leash. Let's put it that way. I don't like people who play within red tape, things like that. It's just not compatible for me. I also think that there is 2 ways to try and be a swinger, and only one of them actually worked for me very well. One of them is online, like online dating for swingers, and the other one is sex clubs. I did the online thing. It takes so long to match with somebody, maybe start a conversation, get onto a good foot, maybe hopefully no one loses interest really quickly, and then you go and hopefully make a date. And to be honest with you, at least 50% of the time they cancel because frankly, first-time swingers are so fucking scared usually that they always back out. And to be honest, like I don't usually play with first-timers. I actually have a rule about women. As much as I'm sitting here on my high horse being like, I don't like rules, there's also such a thing as live and learn, okay? And all I know is I've only had one threesome go awry. One threesome in my entire life go awry. And it's because that girl, in my opinion, did not like the experience. She did not like her boyfriend having that moment with me. And as the unicorn, who is also this guy's like friend and prior sex partner, like who, you know, I remember the moment distinctly where she became uncomfortable and like the whole thing just went flat and like she literally left like as soon as the fucking dick was out of my hole. You know what I'm saying? So okay, I can't cut this out, so I gotta be careful. Yeah, I really do have to be careful. Okay. So yeah, so that was the only time it ever went awry. And so I just think for me, I don't personally want to play with women who don't already know that they enjoy seeing their partner with somebody else. Because there are plenty, and I mean plenty, of women and men who genuinely enjoy watching their partners have sex with somebody else. I am one of them. I enjoy it so much that I actually assist. Like, I literally like hold her hair back or like, you know, like, I remember this one time. Sometimes I give some constructive feedback in the middle of sex. It's just who I am. And I remember one time my partner that I was playing with at the time was having sex with another girl, or she was sucking his D. And I was like watching and whatever, and I was like, is she doing a good job? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, did you tell her that? Implying, give her some feedback. Girls want to know they're doing a good job, and they need feedback. So it was just one of those moments where I was like, maybe I should be a sex coach. Maybe I should literally, for a career, sit in the room while people have sex and be like, oh, see, that's where she's feeling underappreciated. You know what I'm saying? Don't laugh. There's room for this kind of stuff. So anyways, any other swinger questions, pop them into the chat. Hopefully I can see them. I'm not seeing many on YouTube, so I think it's just a view setting. But I definitely am here to answer your questions. So one of the things, how do people worry about getting pregnant? Things like that. Everybody I know who is single uses condoms. Couples, from what I know, use condoms with other couples, but couples usually who are like married with each other don't usually have condoms together. But when they come to the club and they swap partners, they would use a condom. So condoms are so common in the lifestyle that it would be very uncool if somebody was like, oh no, we don't use them. Like, they would lose out. And I've actually had friends tell me they've literally canceled a sex scene because they were like, no, we don't do condoms. So it is just one of those things that's very, very regular there. So you don't have to worry about that. Also, Magnum Original is the best condom I've ever seen. Doesn't disappoint a lot of men. That's all I'm saying. Magnum Original. I have an affiliate link on my website. I actually write articles on my website about this kind of thing because there is such a thing as needing to be good at swinging. And I don't know how many men come in all confident to the scene and open a condom they've never seen before and try to get it on their you know what, without losing their erection and everything. And to be honest, I mean, it's not easy. It's not easy. And then there's the pressure of the situation, and then the poor, literally at least 50% of the time, at least, if not more, the male can't have sex because they can't use a condom. And that is usually with married men because they are so damn spoiled. They're not used to condoms, and suddenly they can't. There it is, Miss Corn again. You're the only person who calls me Miss Corn. Anyways, any other questions about swinging? I think I've covered a lot of it. There's like labels for things, like there's same room swap and separate room swap for couples, meaning sometimes couples will do full swap, but in the same room only, meaning don't go up in a different bedroom. And then there's separate room, which is do whatever you want, wherever you want, frankly. I am partial to same room because even though I'm okay with the idea of my partners having sex with other partners while we're having a scene, I actually want to be there to enjoy it too. And to enjoy it, I think knowing it's happening is actually not where the joy comes from for me. I think I would be a bit more irritated at that idea. So, and I don't know if that's the right word, but I just don't think I would enjoy it the same. So for me, it's more same room, full swap, go nuts, eat whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? So everyone has different preferences. So it is hard to date in this lifestyle because you can imagine how much sex is intermixed in friendships, not just relationships. And so it becomes a really sensitive playground, where feelings are sensitive and things like that. And you have to be cautious, right? So I'm not going to go into that on this video. That deserves a topic all of it on its own, and I certainly shouldn't do that on a live stream. Let's put it that way. I'm pretty sure I'll be needing to edit shit out. Salty. Anyways, yeah. So I think the number one way to be a swinger is to go to a sex club, to go inside a place, a physical location where other swingers go, because that first 5 seconds you meet somebody, when you catch their eye, is when you find out if there's chemistry. You will literally save so much back and forth in emails and setting up a coffee date that never actually follows through if you try to do this online. Go to a physical place. You will see someone straight in the eye, and if you like each other after 20 minutes, then go upstairs and have your experience. You know? So I think sex clubs are the way to go. If you're in Toronto, I recommend Oasis Aqua Lounge. I do not work there. I do not get paid to promote them. They changed my life. They gave me body confidence as I was 34 at the time, plus size woman. I walked in there terrified of my own body and judgment of it. And within the first time being there, I felt welcomed and accepted. And not just me, everybody. I've seen very obese people. I've seen micro penises. I've seen everything you can imagine. And everybody is welcome and everybody is accepted. There is no mockery. There is no judgment. It is the most wonderful community I've ever been a part of. Yeah, so I will put links to the Oasis site in my description if I'm allowed to. I get in trouble from YouTube sometimes, so. Yeah, I actually am not allowed to post to my OnlyFans on YouTube. I got in trouble. I am not allowed to put my link to my OnlyFans. So I do all this for free on YouTube to be like, come, I've got so much to show you. And I do have so much to show you, right? Like, for one thing, I have R completely unblurred. I take the videos that sometimes I put on YouTube and I unblur them and I put them on my OnlyFans. So that's just one of the things. I do After Dark pillow talks that I don't do on YouTube because they're way too hot. I do Storytime Extra, which is the sexual details of this story of a threesome, foursome, orgy, whatever it is, that doesn't go on YouTube because I'm not allowed to. So there is all of this on my fan page. I'm just not allowed to put a link to it, but my link is in my website. TorontoUnicorn.com is the easiest website to ever remember. Literally as soon as you go there is the very first button you click. So I would appreciate if you would support my content. There's so much for you to see there, but don't come if you're shy because I don't hold anything back. So yeah, I saw emotional attachment as a comment. Yeah, it is an issue. And, even if you have the same understanding and expectations of what things are supposed to be, it doesn't change the fact that there's still feelings involved and feelings can still get hurt and all those sorts of things. So I am going to divert this topic just because it is a live stream, but it is something you have to be aware of. How do you get over the first time nerves? Well, some people do a shot of fucking whiskey. I'm not going to lie. Some people do a shot of whiskey. I went in sober because I was ready for the experience. And so I think to get over the first time nerves, you need to make a decision, look yourself straight in the mirror and decide how badly do you fucking want this? Because it doesn't seem very bad if you're not doing it for yourself. You don't need a chaperone, I promise. You really don't. Like, there's so many single people that go to these clubs on the single people night. By the way, sex clubs have couples nights with single women that are also allowed. And then there's single men nights and couples are allowed. I personally only go when single men are allowed because as much as you would think people like single women get attention on couples only nights, I have been so fucking bored there multiple times, going home completely without sex, even though I was DTF. Like, I just feel like some couples are really not there to play. Some people are just there to have the sex club experience with their partners. And it can be very frustrating sometimes when you're there to like meet people and swing and they're like kind of just into themselves. So I just don't go on those nights. But I think that you need to just go and, you know, just be social. Go outside your comfort zone. Every time I go, there's there's first timers every time. And one of the best things to talk about in the pool is be like, hey, it's my first time. Do you have any advice for me? Literally, best opening topic. Walk up to somebody in the pool or whatever, be like, oh, hey, it's my first time. Any tips? Literally, that's it. See if somebody gives you a tip. Starts a conversation. Get a drink. Keep yourself, you know, calm. That's all. I just think that if you want it bad enough, you have to go because I promise you, you're not getting any younger. Okay, so any other questions? How are single guys in swinging? So I'm not gonna lie, single guys are the pennies in terms of currency of swinging. There's so many of them compared to like maybe like a toonie. I'm Canadian. A toonie, which is like a single woman because we're so rare, right? I don't know. I'm not doing a good job, but I smoked half a joint, so like whatever. Basically, I think single guys are very common. And it's not very hard to have a single man interested in having sex with you. Just saying. So for a single guy to be successful, I think personally, you need to be respectful. You need to focus people up here, not down here. Not yet. It's just because it's a sex club does not mean people want to be treated like a sexual object. I go there as a demisexual looking for connection. I will never open my legs for a man who does not make me feel comfortable and if we don't have chemistry. It's 0% chance. There is absolutely no fucking reason I would do that. So there is so much more to a sex club than just the sex. And I think that that's something that people need to keep in mind. Also, don't come in with expectations. Do not. You will be disappointed, especially if you come in there looking for your $100 worth for sex. No, we are not, us women are not there to give you your admission fee back. You know what I'm saying? We're there to have a good night on our own. I've just seen so many entitled men, and unfortunately their attitude stinks and they don't get sex because they are in there with a sense of entitlement. And I've seen guys literally like come up to me and be like, I'm not going to say this on YouTube actually. Never mind. But they basically asked me in the moment to just let me put them in myself. Like, let them have sex with me. And I was like, no. Anyways, I think that I'm going to safely log off now before I cross any serious lines, because I am sometimes a bit of a loose cannon. So I am going to respect the social media platforms I'm on. TikTok, thanks for coming with me. I am new there. Having said this, this is hilarious. My new YouTube channel, TorontoUnicorn Vlogs, is like my heart. I put so much into that channel. I vlog about my swinging life, my threesomes, my foursomes, my dating life, my everything. And I put a video that I craft so hard up on YouTube, and it gets, I don't know, it's not getting as many views as my main channel, right? Of course. But then I throw something small on TikTok and I get like double the views in like 20 minutes. And I'm like, what's going on? Why am I should just be focusing on TikTok, to be honest, with all the views I'm getting. So I have to split my time, and that's why I'm being non-monogamous live streaming right now, because I'm trying to reach multiple audiences. So anyways, I am your swinger educator, TorontoUnicorn. I have a website, TorontoUnicorn.com. It has articles, journal posts, links, helpful links for swingers to be successful. I also have playlists on my TorontoUnicorn channel that are for swinger tips, literally videos on how to start a conversation in the pool at Oasis, or what are the 3 top mistakes that people make coming to a sex club, things like that. So I hope you check it out. I hope you support my content, and my fan page link is on my website. Thanks, everybody.